Hi, my name's Dirk and I'm the owner of Dirk's Farmhouse restaurant here in Manti, Utah. We're going to cook pasta today, and I know everybody has their own way of doing it, and every one of them has certain elements that's correct. But there is actually a correct way to cook pasta to give you the most flavorful, non-sticky, non-oily pasta that you can eat that'll go great with your sauces. First, you want to have a wonderful pot of boiling water. You want to have enough water in your pot to make sure that your pasta gets soaked and that it has room for the bubbles of the boil to be able to go through the pasta and cook all the pastas and release its starches into the water. So to start with, you want 4 to 6 quarts of water per 1 pound of pasta is your average rule of thumb. Once your water comes to a boil, then you want to add your salt. Now, a lot of people will add oil to their water as well, thinking that that's going to cause it to not stick. It does do that a little bit, not a lot. What it will do though is it'll coat your pasta so that your sauces then will not absorb into the pasta. So never cook with oil or never put oil in your pasta water when you're cooking your pasta. You want the pasta to be able to soak up all of the sauces that you're going to put with it. Okay, so now that our water's boiling, really very clear that you need to get a good roll on your boil, on the bubbles coming up, because what you want is you want your pasta, once you put it in the water, to be able to have space to roam, if you will. Then you want to do is you want to salt your water. Now, generally 4 to 6 quarts of water, a tablespoon, tablespoon and a half, 2, it's just up to you. The salt in and of itself flavors the pasta, but it will not ever overpower the pasta. It actually melts in the water, and this is going to help give your pasta flavor. Then what you want to do is grab your pasta. What we have here is approximately 1 pound of pasta, and this is actually a linguine pasta. And when you're cooking a long pasta, really important to go slow. Don't just dump it in there, because pasta is made of starch. When the starch is released from the inside of the pasta, that's what causes it to stick together. So if you add your pasta, just do it very gently and a little bit at a time so it has time to get coated with the water, okay? You don't just want to dump it in there. It'll take a minute or so for the pasta to stop being rigid and to start cooking so that it'll start softening. And another important aspect when you cook this is to actually stir it so that it does not stick together, okay? A lot of people will just put their pasta in the water and they'll walk away, and that's where it gets clumpy and stuck together, and not a very good consistency in your pasta. You just want to give it a couple of good stirs, make sure that it's got plenty of room, again, to cook and to get into those bubbles so that the bubbles, the boiling water, can do its job. And then from here, you're going to have to wait, depending on the package instructions, usually a minimum of 8, probably more like 10 to 12 minutes before your pasta is finished. Now, what we're looking for in a pasta is we're looking for a term that's called al dente. What al dente is, it means to the tooth or toothsome, so that at the end of the cooking time, you take a string of pasta out and you literally bite into it, hence to the tooth. What you want is you want it to be cooked, but not all the way through the pasta. You want just a little bit of hardness or uncooked center. That's especially true if you're going from the pot to the pan. You want your pasta to be able, you don't want to rinse your pasta. You want to just take it out of your boiling water and immediately into your sauce so that the pasta has the opportunity to absorb all of the sauce and the elements of the sauce that you have in here. Today we've prepared just a very simple sauce of red and yellow roasted peppers, fresh basil, minced garlic, salt and pepper, and a little olive oil. Just a very clean, refreshing sauce that goes really well with pastas. Pasta 101. from Dirk's Farmhouse Restaurant. Enjoy.